Hey y'all, it's Compost Fairy. Welcome to my channel. Alrighty, so welcome to any new subscribers. So happy that you are here. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you will find my channel to be helpful, educational, and fun. And then hello to my OGs. Nice to see y'all. Thank you for coming back and watching this video. I so appreciate it. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. That really helps me out and shows me that y'all like the content that you're seeing. So yeah, make sure you do all that. This video today is going to be really just like me adding some food to a compost pile and what that looks like. A lot of times people are really wary of rodents and bugs and stuff like that, and so they're like, oh, I don't want to build one because I don't want to deal with that. And I will say the bugs are fine. The bugs belong. The rodents, however, like rats, mice, squirrels, porcupines, whatever the fuck, like, yeah, we don't want to have that in the pile. And so I wanted to show this video basically of like, how do you add your food scraps to a compost pile? How do you cover them up in a way to where there's no odor, there's no pests, and like basically the pile just can be there to break down on its own. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I have a compost bin from someone who's part of my community compost initiative, and then I also have a bokashi bin, which, stay tuned, there will be a video all about bokashi, but I have like 3 bokashi bins that need to get like put out like yesterday, so we're gonna put that in the pile as well, and I'll show you all what those look like. So yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty y'all, so this is my compost pile. So if I lift her up, you'll start to see a shit ton of bugs. Oh my gosh, it's a good thing though. They're not bad, they're good. Alright, so here's the pile. I am going to kind of move some of the leaves around so that I can dump the food scraps. Let me show you the food scraps. So I have some food from my cousin, which I'm going to chop up these sweet potatoes because there's no way they can get in the pile like this. This bokashi bin that has been more than ready to be put out. So those, oh, can't forget about some coffee grounds that are old I need to add too. Hello. So I'm going to start first by kind of moving this pile around so that I can kind of mix it a bit. Ooh, it looks really good. I'll show y'all. So I'm doing this for a couple reasons. I want to like turn the pile a bit to get some airflow going, just to, continue microbial action, and I want to flatten it too. So this is what it looks like. I flattened it a bit. Whatever food scraps were in here, they're pretty much broken down because I don't see much. But if you look closely, there are like a lot of sow bugs and just different bugs everywhere. At first, I was very much like, what the fuck? Why are there so many bugs? But then I learned that these are decomposers. They're helping break shit down too, and they're probably the reason why the food scraps are no longer here, because they've been eating on it too. So yeah, the bugs are our friends. They're good. So I have some food scraps. I'm going to go ahead and add them. So you probably can see these big pieces, like there's a whole apple and a whole potato in here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to kind of chop them up, because the smaller the pieces are, the better in terms of decomposition. So I'm going to just chop them up so that it'll be easier for the bugs and the microbes to feed on. OMG, can I stress the importance enough of making sure your shit is small so that the microbes can break that shit down easier, okay? So now I'm going to add this well-fermented, white, moldy, fluffy bokashi bin to the pile. So I'm going to go ahead and move it down a bit. Woo! Look at her. I have this bokashi juice that acts as like a compost activator. So I'm going to go ahead and pour it on top. And then the last one for my greens are going to be my coffee grounds. Now I'm just going to go ahead and add the whole bucket. But I'm not gonna add any more coffee grounds for like a while after that, just because you don't want too much coffee in the pile. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm going to mix everything that's in this pile, from the food scraps to the old brown matter from the pile, into each other. Because of course I cannot leave it like this. If I leave it like this, you're definitely gonna get pests. So you have to cover it up with brown. What I was saying is we have to cover it up with brown to kind of hide those odors. And by mixing it, we also get better decomposition and better microbial action. Alrighty, so as you can see, it does not look like it looked before with all the food scraps just out in the open. It is nice and mixed in. So it's mixed in with the existing pile I already had here. I'm not going to stop here though. I am going to be adding in these wood chips. Now these wood chips came from an old compost pile, so they have a lot of microbial action happening on them already. So that's going to be really great to add to the pile. It's almost going to be like an inoculation. And then I'm going to add this bag of leaves as well, because I am paranoid. I just don't want any like pests or like pestilence or rodents or anything to mess with this pile. The key to keeping pests and rodents from out of your pile is going to be having an adequate amount of browns. So like I mixed in the food scraps with the browns that were already here. But what I'm about to do next is add in those wood chips and leaves that I showed you to cover up everything, so that I have another layer of protection for that, so that they don't smell the odor of the food scraps, so they don't see the food scraps, so they know that it's, so they think that it's not even there. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Some people may leave it just like how I've left it, because it's pretty much covered with a lot of browns, and I probably could just put the cardboard on top of it and be good. But I'm a paranoid ass bitch and I do not want any pests, any pestilence around my piles. That just brings too many issues. And so I'm going to be covering up with more brown. So let's get into what that looks like. And for those of you who may be wondering, what the hell are they talking about when they say browns? Well, it's like dry material like these wood chips. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour onto this pile. And I'm going to just move them so that they cover up the pile. Oh my gosh, there was like an avocado or some shit just peeking out, so I had to push that bitch up in there. Boom, okay. So you can't even see any food scraps. The wood chips are on top. I could leave it like this, but I'm going to put one extra barrier protection because, like, I see that avocado core back there. I'm going to go ahead and put leaves, like, around the perimeter, just so that anything that may have fallen is covered up. Alrighty, so leaves have been added along the perimeter. And now I'm going to water it in, and then we will be good. Watering, of course, is a very important aspect of composting. It aids in microbial activity. It also aids in decomposition. And it also helps become a pest deterrent, because who wants to sleep in a fucking wet pile? Alrighty, she's nice and watered. Oh my god, y'all, like seriously, you can't see any food. And in a couple weeks, most of that food will be broken down. The coffee grounds we'll see, but the food will. I'll show y'all. Gonna go ahead and put this cardboard on top. I like putting the cardboard because it kind of helps. Oh shit! Kind of helps keep moisture in and helps keep the pile kind of contained. So I'm gonna put that on top, and we are good. Yes. Alrighty, y'all, we added them food scraps and them coffee grounds to that compost pile. I'm super excited because I feel like that pile is going to be super rich because it has bokashi in it, regular food scraps, and some nitrogen from the coffee ground. So it's about to be a lituation. Anyway, again, that key to keeping those pests away is making sure you have an adequate amount of browns. So mixing in your food scraps with your brown material is going to be really good. And also adding the brown on top to cover up any odor and basically not allow pests to be able to see anything that's in the pile. It just looks like a pile of wood chips and like leaves right now, because they're covering up the food, and the food is being decomposed by the microbes and the bugs. So yeah, Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or want any follow-ups or anything, there will be a follow-up. I'll show you how that breaks down in a couple weeks, because I think it will break down pretty soon. And since it's hot and the bokashi's in there, bokashi is supposed to break down like in like 2 to 3 weeks, so that definitely will break down. So we'll check on it then. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Please remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. That really helps me and I really appreciate it. Again, if you want to see more of a certain type of thing, let me know in the comments too so I can get some content ideas. And yeah, I'm Compost Fairy. Can't wait to grow, explore, and do the damn thing with you next time. Happy composting.